Hello everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am here to give you my review of Young Justice Season 4. Now, I don't remember if I actually reviewed any of the previous seasons of Young Justice. I think I did, but I don't remember. I won't say, but if I haven't, I'll give you my clip notes on how I feel about this show. The first season of Young Justice was the best superhero animated series I had seen since Earth's Mightiest Heroes. But in particular, it was the best DC animated series I had seen since Teen Titans. Because DC used to have so many great animated shows. Now they have a couple going now with Young Justice. I would say, spoiler alert, I would say this season Young Justice was really good. And obviously Harley Quinn, though I have mixed feelings on the seasons to come, I still think that show, at least the first two seasons, was great. So they do have some animated stuff going now, but DC used to have a lot of it. So did Marvel. Marvel used to have a lot of it too, and there's not a lot of Marvel and DC animated shows right now. They both used to have a lot going, but when Young Justice came out, just to tell you how long ago Young Justice came out back when DC still put stuff on Cartoon Network. It was just before they created Teen Titans Go. It was maybe a year or two before they created Teen Titans Go. And they had this block of time. Because, I was still in school when it was going on. They had this set block of time. And it's sort of early in the morning. It was like a 2-hour time period, because each episode's 30 minutes. So from 10 to 12... From 10 to 12 o'clock, from 10 to 12 p.m., it would be old Justice League, it'd be the old Green Lantern show, it'd be the original Teen Titans. It would be different. They would kind of interchange, but the one show that was constantly was the new show that was being pushed out there was Young Justice. And Young Justice was so fascinating because I thought it was just Teen Titans, but they took a different approach to it. First of all, Young Justice isn't really riffing on a singular comic book story. It's more or less it's kind of like the MCU in a way, where it takes these comic book events and these comic book stories and all these comic book characters and some characters they do exactly, and they kind of pick and choose what lore and what story arcs have already played out. For instance, God damn it, how am I not Tim Drake, how am I blanking on the Red Hood? Oh, I know the Red Hood's real name. I know he was a former Robin. Not Dick Grayson. Damn. What was it? Why? Jason Todd. Jason. Yeah, Jason. Like how instance Jason's in this, but he's a Robin. The events of, him dying and becoming the Red Hood, they haven't happened yet. So they kind of cherry pick the events that they want to have happen and the events that they want to be setting up to happen in the show. So it's it's like someone gave you the ability to do whatever you wanted with these cast of characters and stories that you want to do with it, because this isn't focusing on a particular character. Now it is centered around the Young Justice, which is Aqualad, Robin, Zatanna, Miss Martian, Superboy, and Kid Flash. Rocket comes in later, but that's basically the team that it's centered on. And we are centered on them for the most part, but we rear off, we see some stories with Batman, some stories, and like I said, this interesting world that they've set up, that if you watch season 1, season 1 is the most how things are supposed to be. But by the time you get to season 4, this is an entirely different world. Certain characters who are not dead in comics right now are dead. Certain characters have ascended. For instance, there was this whole thing that happened with the Justice League in season 3 with people not having faith in them. But basically them being all the members of the Justice League are shady, even though they're shady for good reasons. The head members of the Justice League are shady, at least the leaders of the Justice League, which And in all this mix of stuff, they needed a new face. They needed someone trustworthy. They needed someone honest. They needed someone blunt. Someone who got shit done. Someone who had the moral high ground. And fucking Black Lightning ascended to the leader of the Justice League. Like, shit like that happened in the show. Things that haven't really happened in the books. And, like I say, they created original characters for the show, original scenarios that have not happened before. Like overall, I fucking enjoyed the hell out of Young Justice. Unfortunately, they started doing this annoying ass thing, which ironically, I've kind of gotten over. It still bothers me, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. When Young Justice Season 1 ended, I'm thinking, oh, that was awesome. I can't wait to see Season 2. Season 2 picks up, it's like 10 years later, and you're just like, what the fuck? You're like, the hell just happened? Like, everyone's older, and I'm accustomed to these kids. I want to see these kids, I'm thinking this is going to be my replacement for Teen Titans, one of my all-time favorite superhero shows in general. I'm in the process of rewatching that right now. Might review it, but so I'm thinking it's gonna be that. But then they started doing the time skip in Season 2, and I was like, dude, I'm not sure how I feel about this time skipping shit, man. What the hell's going on? And like Kid Flash and Artemis have retired. Oh yeah, that's another character, Artemis. I don't know if Artemis is a character. Artemis and her sister, Treasure. I don't know if they are characters in comics. I'm not sure. I know Sportsmaster is. I know, he probably is. But I'm not sure about Artemis. But either way, it was still pretty fucking good. Either way, I still ended up, I kind of pushed past. I was really upset with Season 2. Especially the way it ended. Season 3 was interesting. They really started to get more into the more political, not political correct stuff, but they had a lot more going on. Season 4, I mean, there's some stuff in Season 4 that I know are gonna piss off the right people, if you know what I mean. It would piss off the right people. Yeah, so either way, Season 4 itself is interesting because Season 4 is chopped up into sections. And there's these small individual plots that come together in the end. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I'm telling you, there's I'd say 20 episodes, I think. I think it's a 20 episode season. And each little plot has 5 episodes dedicated to it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Or maybe it's not 20. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe it's 12 or 13. Either way, each little section had a nice chunk of time, episodes dedicated, 4 episodes dedicated to it. And in the beginning, you're not quite sure because the first episode starts off with Miss Martian and Superboy, who have fallen in love. They've been a very great love story that's been going on through the course of the shows. They've had falling outs. They've kind of reconnected again, and it's beautiful, and it's real sappy. They're going back. They're going to Mars. Learn the cult. He wants to get married in the way her culture and whatnot. And things go south. I'm not gonna tell you what happens because I want you guys to see the show. But things don't go too well. And then that's the catalyst for a lot of shit. For a lot of people's mindsets, and like I say, these small little stories going on. There's a story there. There's a mythical story with Zatanna and her group of kids she's training, and then some crazy shit happens. There's a story in Atlantis where it's what the fuck is happening here? There's a story on I don't think it's New Genesis. It might be New Genesis. I can't remember. There's a story on a space story, which is in each of these stories have different things going on and different, have completely. Then there's a regular story with Artemis and her sister, and honestly, this season did such an amazing job. Honestly, I think DC movies could take notes from this if you want to create a cinematic universe, because this show has done such a great job of just showing the wealth and the amount of shit that can go down in the DC universe. From boots on the ground type shit, to space shit, to mythical, to magical shit, to like mythic shit with Atlantis. Like, they really go through the gambit of shit that could happen in the DC universe, and they do such a great job with it in the season. And by the time this season had wrapped up, I was like, this might be one of my favorite seasons. I really dug it. I really had a great time with it. The action is there, the characters is there. All these characters are so evolved and are so different now. They're like it still has its heart. It's still pushing things. There's a sequence in this show that like I was like, whoa, like I'm not mature enough. Like, and like I felt it in myself and go, man, that's okay. I can see that. All right. Well, we're like a character, like it's like multiple, like these characters are married together, and it's a man, and a wife, and a woman, and they're like in love together. Like they're just married, and it's just like it's not even a deal. It's like I'm like, huh. That's like, it's the way they handled it. They didn't pander. They didn't go, look, we're doing this thing. It was just the matter-of-fact nature of how they handle all of their representation, all of their LGBT representation, all of their everything, the religious representation, all the matter-of-fact and the relaxed way they handle it is just so amazing. Like, I found myself in there because, like I said, that scene when you see the married triple couple, like I found myself going, wow, that is interesting way to go. Like it's like, you love I love you, I love you, we love each other. Why don't we just be a thing? Like, why not? And like, it's like, okay, our son is gonna have 2 dads and 1 mom. Cool beans. It's like, that's such an interest. I was like, wow, huh. But either way, this show, Young Justice Season 4, to me, it was dope. It was dope. There's some crazy shit. And once again, me and Seth complain all the time about goddamn Vandal Savage being like the center of everything. Like, literally, spoiler alert, turns out, at least in this world, Vandal Savage is the origin of like so many superpowered individuals. His son created Atlantis. Granted, Vandal, in this world, sunk Atlantis, but you know what? Who cares about that? His son created it. But yeah, there's so, like I say, there's so much in this show. There's so much packed in. There's so many story blocks that even if you didn't like, that's interesting because they're so individualized. Even if you didn't like one story block, little like 5-episode block, you might like the next couple. I enjoyed all of them for different reasons because I'm a nerd. But either way, have you seen Young Justice Season 4? It is on HBO Max. It got greenlit for a Season 5, so it will be back. Hype for that. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. I will see you guys on the next one. Please comment below. Have you seen it? Comment below. Who's your favorite Young Justice character in Young Justice? And did you fall off, or are you still watching? Anyways, thank you guys for joining me again. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.